A bird came down the walk. This is also a poem under the theme nature. Common theme is nature. Right. The poet is Emily Dickinson, a woman poet. American woman poet. Emily Dickinson. Right. Now in this poem, Dickinson describes some actions of a bird that comes into her garden. She keeps looking at this bird and reports everything it does in a poetic language, right? All these stanzas describe the bird's actions, that comes into her garden, right? But superficially, the poem is about bird's action, but it has some meaningful message, some investigation into nature's hidden aspects. Our nature has some unseen aspect. You can't see it, but it is still there. By monitoring, by close looking at nature, you can understand it. In a way, this poem is a lesson on nature, a scientific lesson. The science behind nature. Science behind nature. Right. Superficially, it is about birds eating a worm, not worm, but underneath, it is about nature's process, nature's setup or setting for other animals' survival, life. Right. Now let's read the poem. A bird came down the walk. Walk means path. Path or road. Path to the poet's house. He did not know I saw. He. Now the bird is personified as a stranger. The bird is personified as a stranger. Now the stranger comes into the poet's garden without any permission. He does not take any permission. He did not know I saw. The poet is secretly looking at this strange bird. Secretly. The bird does not know that the owner of the garden is looking at him. And he even does not care. Now, he walks into the poet's garden like a strange personification, without taking the owner's permission. That is one law of nature. Natural creatures, birds and other animals, they have no barriers. They don't care human barriers. Human barriers, they don't care human gates, fences, walls, nothing. They can freely go here and there. That freedom is there for nature's animals. They don't care humans. They don't care humans' powers. They don't care humans' laws. They have nature's laws. They have nature's laws. They respect it. He bit an angleworm. Now, angleworm means a big creature, big worm. You know worms. Ah. Now, after entering the poet's garden, he finds his food. What is the food? A large worm. He bit, he ate it in house. In house means first he breaks the angleworm into two, and after that he eats it. Now, this is a horrific scene. Horrific scene. Why? Birds are normally innocent. We think so. We think birds are innocent creatures, but this innocent creature has some evilness, merciless aspect. He kills an angleworm and breaks it into two parts, and he ate the fellow. The fellow means friend, his own friend. The bird eats his own friend raw. Raw means without cooking, naturally. Now, what is the idea here? Hunger. Satisfying hunger is basic in nature. Hunger means survival, living. Therefore, in this survival law of survival, there is no friendship. There is no mercy. There is no sympathy. Only law is satisfying hunger. Satisfying hunger. That is one aspect of nature. One aspect of nature. Some evil sometimes, right? Because all animals must live. Therefore, they have to depend on each other, like the food chain. Now, you know food chain. Now, in the food chain, large animal depends on small animals, and so on. It goes up, food chain. Now, it is this operation. Now, bird eats a worm. Sometimes a snake eats the bird or cat eats the bird. Sometimes an eagle eats the cat. Likewise, all animals depend on each other for life, survival. That is nature's law. You can't change it. This is how animals of nature depends, right? They satisfy their hunger by eating the fellow member, right? That's nature. That's law, right? You can't say, you can take it as a bad thing. Understand? And then he drank a dew. Now, after eating the angleworm, the bird is no more hungry. His stomach is full now. Now he has to finish his dinner by drinking some dew. Dew means water. Drop of water. He drank some drop of water. He completes his dinner from a nearby, convenient, close by grass. Natural life. Natural life. He eats an angleworm. After that, he drinks a drop of water from a nearby petal of grass. Completes. He's no hungry. He's not hungry anymore. He does not eat food anymore. He's satisfied. Until his next hunger, he will not eat again. That is law of satisfaction. Law of satisfaction. Hmm? Satisfaction. Now here, law of survival. Law of survival in nature. Hmm? Law of survival in nature. Here, law of satisfaction. Right? Now, bird is already satisfied. Therefore, he does not want to eat anymore. But we human are extremely greedy. We human are extremely greedy. We have no law of satisfaction. And then hop sidewise. He jumped sidewise to the garden wall to let a beetle pass. You see, beetle. Beetle is a small insect. Birds, they do eat small insect, but this time the bird does not kill this beetle. He lets him go. Law of satisfaction. That is law of satisfaction. The bird does not want to kill the beetle because he is no more hungry. Ah. Now later, now nature has this is lack of greediness. Lack of greediness in animals. Lack of greediness in animals. Another law. Animals are not greedy. We humans are greedy. Animals are not greedy, but we humans are greedy. This is lack of greediness in animals. Now, these are the lessons Emily Dickinson learns from this bird. Lessons, theories about nature, natural theories, nature's theories, laws, rules, right? He glanced with rapid eyes. Now the bird has already completed his dinner. He is on the garden wall now. He glanced, glance means look. He looked with rapid eyes. Now his eyes are very active, quick. Rapid means active and quick. His eyes turn here and there. Hurried all abroad, everywhere. All abroad means, hurried means moved. His eyes moved everywhere. He looks everywhere in nature. What for? There are enemies for the bird too. He is looking for his enemies. A cat, a tiger, an eagle, a snake, or any other bird. Hmm? They may be waiting for this bird to eat. That is nature's law. Therefore, this bird is very cautious, very careful about his own life. He looks here and there in fear. These eyes are full of fear because in nature, there are dangers hidden in nature. They look like, the poet says, they look like frightened beads. Beads means eyes here. Now these eyes are full of fear. Full of fear. You see the simile. Eyes are compared to frightened beads, pearls. I thought, first person point of view. That is the narrative technique. I thought. He stirred his velvet head. He stirred. He moved. Stirred means moved his velvet head like one in danger. Soft head. Now the bird shakes his soft head here and there like one in danger. Like a person in danger. Now you can see the part of this line is in this stanza. He stirred his velvet head like one in danger. Like one in danger. Now you can see part of this line is in the other stanza. He stirred his velvet head like one in danger. That is the one sentence, one line, but it is broken. It is broken into two parts, like this. One part is here, the other part is here. But it is the same line. This is a poetic technique. We call it enjambment. Note it down. Enjambment. Enjambment. Lines are enjambed into two stanzas. Now, bird is in danger, cautious, very careful. Cautious means very careful. He is looking for dangers. Now, poet is very interested in this bird because it's a cute bird. His actions are very cute, strange, wonderful. Therefore, she wants to be friendly with the bird. I offered him, offered means gave. I gave him a crumb. Crumb means some piece of food or some bread. Human food. Crumb means here human food. I gave the bird some human food, but the bird does not accept it. The bird rejects it and unrolled his feathers. He opened his feathers. Unrolled means he opened his feathers, wings, feathers means wings, and rowed him softer home. Rowed like a boat. Like a boat, he went softly, without making any noise. The bird flew away, his home. Another poetic enjambment here. Another enjambment. He rowed him softer home than oars divide the ocean. Now the bird flies away like a boat or canoe, softly, softer than oars. Oars means the boat's driving tool. We call it in your language, habala. Then the oars separate the ocean. There is no noise. The bird noiselessly flies away. What is the idea? This bird is very soft creature. Even nature does not feel the bird's existence. Even nature does not feel the bird's existence. The bird is compared to a rowing vessel, floating vessel, or boat. Vessel means boat, that sails in the ocean of air. The sky is compared to ocean, and this sky ocean, the bird flies without making any noise. Sometimes the poet says, too silver, too soft for a seam. Seam means tracks. No tracks. or no trails, tracks or trails, tracks or trails, or any roads, or any marks in this sky. The bird's soft motions does not leave any tracks or trails. C means that in the sky, so soft. Sometimes even softer than butterflies, exaggeration. The poet says, this bird is softer than butterflies off banks of noon. Off banks of noon means afternoon. In the evening. Sometimes the bird is softer than the butterflies of the evening who leaps, who plays flashless. Flashless means without making any noise as they swim in the air, as they fly in the air. Now, the last stanza exaggerates the bird's delicate, soft aspects by contrasting it with the butterflies and the water vessels or boats or canoes or ships, right? Now, in this way, Emily Dickinson appreciates the superficial aspects of, delicate aspects of the bird, but at the same time, in a deep level, she conveys hidden aspects of nature, how nature operates, how nature functions in protecting the rights of other animals' life, their rights for living. Each animal has their own right. Each animal has their own right for life, and nature guarantees them. Nature protects those rights. That's why animals live in nature. That's the way. Now, that is the lesson, nature's lesson given by Emily Dickinson in this poem. Right. We read it once more. A bird came down the walk. He did not know I saw. He bit an angleworm in house and ate the fellow raw. And then he drank a dew from a convenient grasp, and then hopped sidewise to the wall to let a beetle pass. He glanced with rapid eyes that hurried all abroad. They looked like frightened beads, I thought. He stirred his velvet head like one in danger. Cautious, I offered him a crumb, and he unrolled his feathers and rowed him softer home. Than oars divide ocean, too silver for a seam, or butterflies off banks of noon leap flashless as they swim. Right. Now, that is the poem, A Bird Came Down the Walk. Now I discuss the meaning, themes, and everything of this poem. Next step is to write down our comment on this poem.